Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are continuing the True Boxing annual top 10s as we're going to look at my number 6 light heavyweight in the world right now, the undefeated WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Champion, Joshua Buatsi. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So Buatsi entered the year, the undefeated, an undefeated contender, and everybody believed he was the top contender on the rise, but he hadn't really beaten anybody of real significance outside of Craig Richards, and he didn't look like overly impressive in that fight to where people thought, maybe he could be the next top guy. In February, he took on Dan Aziz to become the WBA's top contender. And he scored a convincing 12-round unanimous decision over Aziz, who was also undefeated, but also unproven was Aziz. So after that, he waited about 7.5 months, and then he got a big opportunity in September on the UK Riyadh season card, the undercard of Dubois and Joshua, when he would take on Willie Hutchinson for the interim WBO light heavyweight title. And it would end up being a really good fight between the two. Hutchinson really gave it his all, but Buatsi was just too much. He outworked him. I even think he scored a knockdown on Hutchinson en route to a 12-round split decision. I'm not sure the score should have been scored that close, but Willie Hutchinson was really in the fight. But Buatsi earned more respect with that victory as he stayed undefeated. Now he enters the year 2 spots higher than last year. He was number 8 last year. He's 31, 19-0 with 13 knockouts. And he's the WBO interim light heavyweight champ, so he's really next in line, one of the next in line guys for a title. But he has a big fight February 22nd against former champion Callum Smith. This is also on the biggest card that I've ever seen put together, the Last Crescendo Arthur Beterbiev Bivol Riyadh season undercard. Is the fucking stat card. They're going to open the show in this fight. And I think Buatsi's coming in the favorite. And this is a do or die fight for him. If he loses to a veteran like Smith, who's already been tested against the best like Beterbiev, Buatsi's going to drop down significantly. But if he can score a victory here and continue his path, he's going to be considered as an undefeated contender that somebody's going to have to deal with. And, he's a decently viewed fighter. A lot of people tune in to fight him or to watch him. So I think Joshua Buatsi is right there knocking on the door. And this is a big moment for him against Callum Smith. I think this is the biggest fight of his career. And he really needs this victory for his career. So, does he get a title shot this year? If he beats Smith, I think the chances are extremely high that he lands a title shot. He could be upgraded to champion if the winner of Beterbiev Bivol doesn't fight him in the WBO orders that fight. And if not, he's going to get a big fight after this one to keep him busy until he finally gets his world title shot. It sucks waiting around for undisputed, but that's what we've created, and we already have top contenders. Now, in my opinion, he should be second in line for a world title. Well, no, actually, he's actually last in line if you realistically look at it, depending on where they're ranking their mandatories, because there's an interim champion in every governing body of all 4. There's an interim champion. We got a regular champion, David Morrell. David Benavidez is the WBC interim champion. And Michael Eifert's the mandatory number 1 contender in the IBF. But Michael Eifert's at the front of the line. So it just really depends on where they decide to rank Buatsi. I mean, the winner could look at Buatsi in Riyadh season and be like, hey, this is the guy I want to fight next. The loser could fight Buatsi maybe for the vacant the WBO title. So Buatsi with a victory is going to skyrocket and be in the top 5 and be waiting around, knocking on the door for somebody big to take him on. I honestly believe a win here puts him like in the top 4, to be honest. I think he passes up number 5 and 4, which are Anthony Yard and Alexander Volcik. I think he passes them up with a win over Smith and puts himself in line like right along the Benavidez Morrell winner, and then the top 2 guys, Beterbiev and Bivol, obviously. So Joshua Buatsi can put himself in the best position of his career with a solid victory over Callum Smith on the February 22nd card. So it's do or die. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my number 6 light heavyweight in the world right now, the undefeated WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Champ, Joshua Buatsi. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing, and you've been hit with the truth.